What's up, guys? It's me again here, Tyler McGhee here, back again with another video. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I made a video, and I have my reasons, the whole nine. So one of the reasons is I've been playing a lot of Crimson Desert because I really enjoying that game a lot. Like, it's crazy. That's kind of the whole reason why I don't really make videos right now, because I'm hopefully playing a lot of Crimson Desert, and that game has got me hooked. I had to say it. So yeah, so it's not one of those type of videos about just walking around and talking about some like deep life stuff, and it might be one of those. So we're in April right now, which is really good. So gotta say that much. And then, God, I can't believe it's already April now in 2026. I had to say this, guys. That is crazy work to actually think about it. Think about it, guys. About 5 more months. 5 more months. I'll be turning 30 years old. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like, when I think about it, I was like, damn. I cannot believe I'll be turning 30 years old within the 5 more months. We just, I know I like this. I like a fucking broken record because me talk about this stuff. I think it's so funny. It's just like, it's funny because your conscious mind cannot comprehend of what age you're turning. Also, you feel like you're solely focusing on that kind of number, but you're forgetting something. Age is not just a number. When you get into like the 21 years of age, then all the years came by, you're getting older, but you feel like you're not grown up. It's like, so this is my old deal about like growing old and versus growing up. Like, for me personally, growing up, you had to learn to accept your past and let that go. That's I see that as well, a part of growing older. The more you grow older, the more you see the world around you. And the more you see that, it's order to make the pieces together, how as well why your world is crumbling down, and all of a sudden you feel like, maybe I don't want to be part of that reality, that illusion that other people have built for you when you were a kid, teenager, or even adults. If you're someone like me also who has disability, would have Down syndrome, autism, Tourette's, and you get to the age around your late stages of your 20s, and since you have don't know what life is, you don't have life figured out at all. Life is, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I figure out what's the meaning behind life. My way, all you need to do is to survive. No, it's not. And there's one thing I need to say this. It's not about, there's no secret behind meaning of life. Life is just exist for a reason. And does life have a purpose? And well, if you make it, also, if you, I can speak, if you make life does have a purpose, it just being exist, and people will fail at life. But why would people, for example, want to get out of life and just live happily with what kind of circumstances, what situationship that you in with life? I think it's a part of growing older And it's just knowing the fact that you're growing older and you have more wisdom growing older. And that's another part of growing old versus growing up. Growing up is to learn things from your past and learn things what you need to do in your own future to build that future within yourself. You have to find a way that... I'm sorry guys, I'm losing my words for a bit. It happens. Also, I try to go for only one video, so yeah. So, like I said, also like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the whole like what I'm talking about. So, growing up is like the illusion of your mind, and growing older is physical. And yeah, growing up also, and like it's a part of the mental thing. It's a part of your mature age or your mental age. So I don't feel like I'm growing up. I feel like I'm slowly growing up in my own man, in my own skin now. I think it's just because the more you realize when you're growing older, with someone with disability also, they don't know what they want out of life. They don't have life figured out yet. And they're just figuring out how life generally freaking works. And nobody actually knows that. Nobody actually has the answers my way. Nobody does. And those who don't have the answers is probably dead by now. And I'm living in another world, another realm. Or another plane of existence, but the only subconscious mind, our soul, lies in. And I don't want to like put religion in here, and like sometime at one point I might put religion in here and talk about this stuff. Like that's who I am. Also, I like to strike up some conversation within my community, and not just this community, also every community, like the gaming community, the vlogging community, the monster truck community, and also the Spider-Man media community. I want to spark a conversation with every community online so I can actually talk about this stuff. Like, growing old is physical, and it also could be a mental thing too, if you make it as that much. And also we get to the grown up part, by the way, which is it's all about the mental growing up. And some people say also you have to suppress your emotions, suppress your inner kid for the sake of growing up, which is far more than the truth. The way I see it, the way other people perceive it as, I want to say this right now. The growing up is a must. It is a must. It is. Because some people act like in their 30s, less 40s, and they treat life like it's their life. And treat people like crap. And treat people like they're, the personal slaves or servants, something like that. Right? And that's not growing up. And they say, oh, grow up. And you sit in your own bed also, like watching Netflix or watching TikTok shorts, and you rotting your brain with that kind of stuff. And these people say also, oh, you do the same exact thing with video games and creating unmeaningful videos for online purposes. It's the same thing. You're like, no, it's not. It's not the same thing. It's not. You see, yeah, the other medias out there also that play a big factor of your mental age. And and someone watching like, Facebook shorts or Instagram reels or YouTube shorts or freaking TikTok, and it's someone watching that stuff, and in the age of around their 40s or their 50s, and then all of a sudden, by the way, have no drive to do anything else besides just lie there and accept what life had given them and what life taught them. Bad things can happen. And I want to say this as well. Yeah, bad things might happen, but with the cost. There's one thing I gotta say, like, life is not about, like, don't share with the bad things happen to you. Yeah, share with those moments. Yeah, those just happen to you in general. For example, my house got burned down by like almost 10 years. It's been 8 years since my house got burned down, right? And I shared with the moment. I accepted that moment, and I let that moment go. That's a part of growing up. You learned, you lived through that, and you let that go. And it makes you feel much more happier and much more like you open your eyes to what life throws at you. And that's what has been missing now in society now, in today's world too. And like, I think it's the West philosophy now that like, oh, when you grow old, also suppress those feelings and suppress those kind of stuff on and rot your life away just for watching Facebook shorts and eating junk food. All that matters. And it's like, it's so stupid. Like, if you look at all the countries, like, they don't really like focus on that kind of stuff. They focus on like try to better their communities. I think in the West right now, it is here, and I had to say this. I might get hate by everyone or get some support by someone from the internet, so in the world, I don't know. So it is what it is though, right? Yeah. So this is what I think, what everybody should do in their own life. Actually sit down and look at your past and just say this: yeah, I lived through that. Yeah, I accepted it. I learned that lesson for reasons, because life is teaching me is to accept the bad moments and let them go, and share with the good moments what comes after that. Like, I have my good moments after the fire, for example, also, that like every community in this in this like Rockland community, the whole Rockland County, by the way, band together and actually help me and my family out. I will always cherish that moment. I will always do. I cannot believe in every community in Rockland County help me and my family out, because we in our dark stages of life, because my childhood house got burned down, 4 pets came along with the house, and we felt so depressed. And then after that, my old school helped out, and I literally cannot believe that quote-unquote my old high school helped my family out too. And then after that, there's a lot more like good moments too came after as well. We have like, like a house with a pool. That was a really good moment. I always cherish that moment. Instead, we had to leave the house alive. Well, it's good that we actually move out of that house because it's so full from everything and the whole nine. And that's only one thing that's the downside of in that house also. You guys probably new to my channel, you probably don't know. I have videos on this channel, my way, talking at the house. So, yeah. So, that's one thing I gotta say that. And I always gonna cherish those moments. And also there was moments also I don't want to cherish at all, which is the bad moments that come after the house burned down. So, yeah. So, I'm not gonna cherish those because and those type of moments can actually eat you up and try to like bring you down to like a specific point of your own mental stage around that time. So yeah, I think it kind of depends also who you are as a person. If you cherish the bad moments mainly to actually feel something that you truly feel in your life. If you cherish the good moments in the past and you learn to accept them and move forward. And that's a part of growing up. Cherish the good moments that you have and learn to let that go. And that's a part of growing up and growing old. Yeah, you may grow old physically and mentally, but part of growing up is to let some things go, to make room for the future. And that's what my family failed to realize that. Like, they're not growing up. They're not growing up also. They're solely focusing also of they're expecting the worst. And I don't expect the worst my way. Like, I don't care if my channels also do reach 1,000 or 10,000. I don't really care about that stuff. All I care about is to make content like this. And nobody's telling me to do any of this stuff, making videos like this. And yeah, there's some people out there that like would just say like, yo, create short form content also to get views, to get subscribers. You should do that. For me, I'm not doing that. I'm not here YouTube for try to get sake of views, sake of subscribers. Yeah, we all needed that. My way to grow our channel, so that is pretty much is true, but not a part of it. But spiritually, mentally, I want to say this: YouTube is not about getting views, subscribers. It's about like getting to know who yourself is. And yeah, people will criticize you who you are as a content creator or as a person, and it's about criticize of your character, one of your flaws as a character. You work on that, and you're like, you know what, this person may be right also, because that is part of my flaw. That's part of my character flaws. And that person is right. What most people, what streamers fail to realize, with the IRL streamers, but fail to realize that like they build the characters up our way. They build them up, and also their fans will turn on you also for in whatever what happened, what you did in the past, or what happened, what you did right now. For example, this guy who goes into Korea, Joseph Marley, and his flaw as a character is to act out, and people calling that out, and he goes around that like, oh no, it's just all for show, my way, it's all for show. I don't act like this. Like, no, it's not. It's a part of your character now. Not like you're doing this as solely for content. And you will face consequences of your own actions, and also people will judge of your flaw as a character and flaw as a human too. And people will judge on your actions. That is all that matters in today's world right now. Like, for example, in today's marketing, today's dating marketing, it's the same exact thing. Like, the girls here in America need to grow up. They're growing old, but they can't grow up. Because they accepted the circumstances they were in. Also, like, oh, I have 4 baby daddies my way. Have some daddy trauma issues or dating trauma issues they can, like, solve by themselves. All because that, like, it might sound a bit like sexist here also, but I'm just gonna say right now. They can't control the traumas. They can't control what circumstances they're in. But what they can control, my way, is having a kid that unlock their true happiness. That is far from the truth. It is not. It's never a fact. Never. But I am gonna say this right now. Like I said, it might sound a little sexist, by the way. Control your emotion. That's a part of growing up. Control your emotion. It's not about suppress those emotions, it's to control them. And that's how men, like, in today's dating marketing decide, like, no, I don't want to date anyone here in America at all. Because American girls, American women, right now, are taking everything also, like, yeah, they get some consequences from the actions, but however, in today's world, today's government, cater to those people and say all that stuff. So yeah, even that squirrel over there, see that squirrel over there? Yeah, if that squirrel say, like, yeah, that is so true. It is so true. So overall, by the way, what this video resembles me a lot, and it's just find your light in the dark situations that you're in, and hold on to hope. Hold on to that. And also, not just that, hold on to that kid inside you. And never let that kid go. Never. And people tell you also, kill the kid inside you to actually, like, be cold and be, like, afraid by everyone. No. Don't do that. You want to be cold also to the people that you do not like? Let them miss you. Let them think also what they did wrong. For example, I talk about my father here and there, and I love my father, but I never forget what he has done in my life. For example, cheating on my mom, not being there for me. Yeah, over time, as also I hanging out with my dad, talk about my quote-unquote personal problems. He shut it down and just, like, be a man, be a McGhee, you know? It's just like, you're supposed to be a father to help your kids to get out of that dark situation, that rut situation that they are in. And you here also shutting them down and saying that things will get better as well. Not just things will get better over time, but actually those stuff can actually stays in the top corners of your mind. And that's what, like, fathers fail to realize. Now, there are dark corners in your mind, not knowing those stuff can actually resurface again, and you just only to act out when you get to the age of adult age. And you should literally taught them also that, hey, yo, suppress those moments or suppress your emotions. And that's really why, like, the game God of War, like, speaks true to a lot of father and son. Don't ever suppress your emotions. Harness them. Harness your emotions and become the man, my way, you swore to be, and be better than your own father, than most men out there. Because it's so true. There's a lot of cars coming up. It's not about just like be a better man, also not just financially, but spiritually, mentally stronger. The more you become stronger, also the more you realize that you are who you are. Don't let people control you. And that's what happened to the Greedos. He let Adina Aries control him, and he said, like, no what? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. So, yeah. That's what kind of happened. That's what life is. Growing up or growing old. I feel like I'm growing older by the day. I feel like I've slowly grown up. And it's all about that. So, it's pretty hot out today. Sheesh. So, what do you take from this video? This is what I think. I think you should take this video as a lesson, my way. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is in this world. And, yeah. Like I said, oh shit, almost dropped my phone. Like I said, Arthur, nobody's perfect in this world. Nobody is. And, yeah, everybody has their own flaws, character flaws, the whole nine. So yeah, my only character flaw is spending a whole lot of money. I need to work on that. So yes, I need to work on that stuff. So that's what I gotta say too. I need to work on that. So yeah. So like I said also, and I'll take from this video is just to learn from life itself. And what is like teaching you, my way, something in your life. Also, like, literally, like to beat us down sometimes. It's like, why would, quote unquote, why are we in this world for what purposes? I probably would talk about that whole nother video. But I just want to talk about growing up, growing old. And I don't know if this video is like everywhere, the whole night with me talk about this kind of stuff. I think it's only wanting to talk about it right now because a lot of people in today's day and age cannot really grasp the idea of growing up. And the more you grow up, the more you realize the people in your life, they're not just good people, but also there are people who lost their way. And they don't know what to grasp of what life should be. Now it's not grown up. That's called admitting defeat. And that is what my mom is doing right now. She's admitting defeat. But I feel like I know my grandparents gonna go at one point within the next 5 or 10 years. I accepted it and I learned that like they're gonna go anytime soon. And now, and that's a sad thought also that like I talk about my mom's side of the family, Nina, Gramps, and Horna. I'm gonna miss them a lot. Also, they're gonna miss me becoming like the man I want to become, better than my own father, and they're gonna miss that. And I could be sad for that, but as a man myself, I had to learn to accept it and to move forward with it. I gotta miss my grandparents a lot. I going to miss them a lot, and because they are way better than my grandparents were in my dad's side, you know? 'Cause I love my grandparents on my dad's side. I do. It's just like, as grown up, also as grown old, also I started to realize that, like, yeah, they have a whole lot of flaws they need to work on. And I needed to, like, step away from these type of people who accepted their own flaws and never fix them. And maybe that's just always why I started smoking weed. I don't know. So basically the core problem also is just don't accept your flaws and say, like, yeah, it is what it is. It's part of me. No, it's not. Actually fix those flaws. Like, honestly, like, I think a lot of people would say, wow, you've been talking about it. You think they become a therapist yourself? No, I'm not a therapist myself. I am not. I know, like, I'm not a psychologist or a therapist. I am not. I just saying what I know growing up or growing old, kind of like that. But I always feel like it's a part of my job. I like to talk about this type of stuff for you guys because there's a lot going on in this world this lifetime, and I think a lot of people is to learn into accepting what they are now. Embrace life by the horns and just move forward, and don't ever focus on those bad moments that will bring you down. But something, love can teach us a lot of stuff. And I have learned is to love myself more and to love another human being. And that was part of my character flaw when I was a teenager. I thought I needed love to fix my life. But no, I need to love myself to fix some parts of my life. You gotta do that also, and in you, not just physically, but mentally. That's all I gotta say. Man, this video is like a half hour long. So, I was about to get going, and like I said, I like to talk, and I like to yap, so don't use enough for. So, I might make a video on that also about, like, talk about religion, the whole nine. Like, I don't really talk about religion all that much, but what it is away now in today's world, I get that I have to. So, yes. And some people listen to faith in God due to, like, circumstances the whole nine, so I'll probably talk about it in another video. So, yeah, so, sheesh. I've been out for about 20 minutes also, so. And it feels like summer already, so I think that's funny. So, yeah. So, like I said, guys, it is what it is, and some people can accept their dark past and let that go to actually, like, live a healthy, happy life. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. So, yes. So, as we get going, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys do. I won't be uploading for, like, probably for a while. So, yep. It's with me, Tyler McGhee. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next video. So, like I said, growing up, it is a must, but don't ever kill your inner kid inside you. He's talking to you right now, saying this right now. Subscribe, he's right. He's freaking right, dog. Alright, I'm good. I'm playing. Alright, guys. Alright, I'm out of here. Bye, guys.